Hello, and welcome to another edition of Sundowns fan vlog. This is the match review and player ratings for our show at Loftus in Champions League group stage match day 6 against the team from Algeria. I don't even have the energy to try and pronounce their name right. So, Humulim.
Sure, boy.
Warun.
Ah,
How, no, I was already getting energy. How?
man, I don't know, man. It's just that, you know, as I think I told you, like, just as we were speaking, like now, I think this loss that I'm worried because of the unbeaten run at the season. I think the way we've been so inconsistent in 2021. Mabona Sundowns here last year between October and December. But the way we've been inconsistent in our performance, not in results, but in our performance, 2021, a loss seemed to be coming. But loss in Borla because like it took since our CAF record go high, like we hadn't lost in how long? We were going for 4 years now. Rashad losing at home in the CAF Champions League. So I mean, like I think that like that's what brought me, or like we let Belouizdad it like Loftus and get out alive with the whole 3 points even. So yeah, I think that's why energy got sucked out of me. This team has done well this season. They've made us proud, but when here was the snacks, we have to address it.
We lost to Efozi Benzati Esperance in 2017. And how many teams has he coached since then?
Exactly. He's I think, even went back and coached the Tunisian national team. And then, I think he's coached with that 3 or 4 times, and come to Pretoria and still didn't get a win here.
Yeah, that was a very, very disappointing performance. We always say, Hore, I think any football purist will always feel like you can take a loss that came with a good performance, and maybe it's just not your day. But such a loss, I mean, no, guys. We can afford to. I know so much has been said about being our second string team, but it's not a second string team. There's a league winning.
You have players that have won 7 league titles. You have former footballer of the seasons. You have former young player of the seasons. You cannot call that B. You have Peter Shaluli. You cannot call that. You have Ricardo Goss, in my opinion, Bafana's number 1 right now. You cannot call that a B team. Sundowns are a B team. We don't have French players.
You have an Oblumudiva, who you mentioned as a former young player of the year, who was one of the top performers in Confederations Cup 2017-18 season, and went all the way to the final. He has experience. You have, I mean, guys, no. And I always believe these guys, they are on payroll as Sundowns. They are not being paid by someone else on the side. They are equal to these guys, to everyone else. If Shalili didn't and from the way he performed and cemented himself in the team, I would say he would be part of this group if Wafitile and just were on fire, and Gaston didn't have his issues, and maybe our friend 3 was Gaston Mtishi and Ahmed, you know what I mean? But things are the way they are, and you still have one of the top performers in the Champions League in Peter Chalulile. You have top performers in Nascimento. But guys, no. You know what's so disappointing about this? I was looking at I was looking at our stats, and you know, for a team that was gonna concede half, like second half, like a team like Sundowns, you expect us to be more aggressive and take control of the game, but we didn't because us only made one save. We took 5 shots outside the box, one shot inside the box, zero counter shots from counter attack, zero counter attack, zero big chances. I mean, guys, how do you have zero big chances in the second half where you're trailing 2-0 at home and you're Mamelodi Sundowns? We are the top performing teams in this year's edition of the Champions League.
My thing is that this is what I was saying at the other day. Position is fine. Have 65-70% position, but it's what you do with that position. Like over elaboration is annoying. Like you position without penetrating, like with the box entry, like getting to threatening position, creating the chances. Actually, like yes, you can say for it. If you Pep's always says, if I have the ball more, then I have more chances of scoring. But if you don't create chances, then all the ball possession you have, like, it seems useless. Like, we lost 2-0 with good guys, 68% possession, and those guys, Belouizdad scored the 2 goals with 38% possession. Like, yes, you can say, well, yeah, counter-attacking teams, sometimes these teams are position, but I don't know, man. Today for not was just like unacceptable. And as I say, like we've praised on this channel, we've praised Mamelodi Sundowns for playing well, but also, like I'm saying, we need to point it out when we're not happy. And now today's performance, like I am Kotata at all. I don't
Yeah, you know what you're saying about possession and not having enough entries, not doing enough. I mean, it just says to you, Huri, like there is no execution on our attacking patterns. Like we are not executing anything that we plan for well. I hate the narrative most of the time. Okay, maybe when we don't do well and people say, no, we took this team for granted. No professional will go into a game and take it for granted. The only thing these people just didn't do, they just don't apply themselves the way they did, because these guys are paid money to win football games, so they won't just take a team for granted. They're still gonna work. They're gonna do the video analysis. They're gonna have plans. Or like, this is how we're gonna do this. This is how we're not gonna do this. And it just says to you, Huri, there is zero execution. But another thing is that I don't want us to make it seem as if like it's all doom and gloom. It's not, because if we have to be honest with ourselves, Huri, majority of the team that played today don't have enough mileage in their legs, and it showed. And but it's unforgivable for a team like Sundowns to be playing at home against a team like Belouizdad, who we haven't even met up with against in the Champions League, and we can't even say, like, this team knows us. No, they don't, and we slept in 5-0. Granted, it was in Tanzania, Libona, like it was an away game for them as much as it was a home game. But I'm looking at our first half stats again now. Big chances 0, counter attack 0, counter attack shots 0, shots inside the box 0, shots outside the box 6, goalkeeper saves 0. We had 293 passes, and these guys had 125 passes. And if we are gonna take 6 shots outside the box, then it says to me, Hore, you didn't apply yourself as well as you should have applied yourself. And it tells me that somewhere, somehow, we were giving up on our plan because we were just taking shots, and like they were wayward shots. It's just, I think, 1 or 2 connected. The one that connected from Trompo, and I forgot the other one. But for us to be where we are, And at this stage where 2 seasons ago, last season, we were saying, "Hurry, we have to do away with this thing of struggling when Timber and Gaston were playing." Timber and Gaston didn't play today, and this is what happened. Like 0 big chances in a 90-minute game. It's unheard of. It's really unheard of because okay, I was thinking, Gary, injury Kapinga against Polokwane came at such a wrong time because when you don't have Kemba, you are hoping Kapinga starts. When you don't have Gaston, you're hoping at least Hashim Domingo starts. But it's unforgivable.
Yeah, but as you said, like it's not all like doom and gloom. As you said, like Slumpo, how many minutes does he have this season? Mandela just came back from an injury. But we'll get to Kuliso, get into the ratings. Villa just came back from a long injury. Most of, even like the regular substitutes, Baba Namo Vechi, like they haven't had so many minutes for Aubrey. Not minutes then. So yeah, you could tell her. And then Miguza, I remember a couple of months ago, the one conversation, and I think we just might be too over reliant on our starting 11 and on that starting 11 at that team. Maybe if you can count plus Romeo off the bench, like we're too over reliant on that formula. Or if we get 3 or 4 injuries and maybe 2 suspensions, we're in trouble.
But when I think about it, say we're resting Romeo, like this type of game, and say Mutuba is sharp, it's fit. Say Kapinga is fit. Say Domingo is fit. Say AJ is fit. I think we might look much better than we did today. And another thing I was thinking about, I was like, these type of games. I remember thinking when we signed George Maluleka, George Maluleka is going to help us in these type of games. Like I was expecting him to really help us in this type of games. But in all the games that George has played with a second unit, or like a second unit in inverted commas, he hasn't looked good. In the few cameos that he did when we are playing our strongest team, he looked good there. So I'm thinking, do we really need him? If he's not gonna deliver the goods in these type of games, you really need him because you can't wait for a 31-year-old to adapt. We can't wait for a season for George to adapt because George has been training with us since Royal Marang, since the first bubble, before the bubble. So you expect him to be integrated quicker. Hence, Lesedi Kapinga, when you look at him and you look at all the other new signings, he looks like he's ahead because he's been with the team for longer.
He came, I think, 3 or 4 months before everybody else.
But like when we went into the bubble pre the CAFCL bubble.
Yeah.
Yeah. When Humle was sorry to cut you off, I was also thinking, if we are not going to rely on Mauricio Afonso in this type of games, then why is this guy still earning a salary from Sundowns? Because are we relying on him in other games? Like when we're playing other games, are we relying on him?
Interesting. The Afonso thing, young interest. I wonder what's the thinking behind that. Like,
no, man, we have to release this guy.
You think so?
I think so, Humlemo. Like, what's the point? Unless you can prove me wrong. I don't know when, because this is in Yafaela, no. Like, we're left with 11 games of the PSL season, and you know who's going to start those games. And today, I was thinking, it's a pity that the team has been stretched so much. It reminds me of when we went from Casablanca to Venda, because we just came from Sudan, and we came back on Saturday. We don't count Saturday because these guys were in transit. only rest on Sunday, and then Easter Monday, get onto the N1, and the busiest road is the N1 where Polokwane. They get in a bus and be on that road. They get there, and the following day they have to play a catch-up game against Chakuma. Tough game, come back from a goal down, and then get back onto the bus the following day, and then go into camp and then play this game. But I was thinking, Fishy is due a masterclass in these next 5 games. Not even 5, maybe the next 3 games.
Yeah. It's sad, but it's a reality that Lala K has to start all the remaining 12 games of the season, or 15, 14 games. Okay, Libusa and Rashin Daruk have to start all of those games.
All of them.
Kulisi and Lebhamabue have to start all of those games. Tempazwan, Augustin Sereno, Peter Shelley have to start all of those games. It's really sad, but in order for us to want to have the super season that we thought we were having and we're going to have, that has to continue. But as I said, I think we should get the ratings.
Yeah. Okay, some of the things I wanted to say, I'll say as we rate the players. Wow, what a disappointing performance. Not even the result that's disappointing. Okay, let's start. Ricardo Goss. What a baptism! Like you go from your first game making team of the week at Champions League to a second game of reality check.
I was telling Toto he won us because if I'm being honest, go Sudan. Did we deserve the point? Maybe not. But Ricardo got us that point. But today, unfortunately, it's a point. Because I thought even the second goal was his fault because he played a hospital pass to Nascimento inside the 6-yard box, and Mento was forced to clear it outside. Yaba throw in. Although also I feel like Aubrey should have stopped the cross, and then Kulisa should have marked his man. But what I'm saying is that Goss had a hand in both those goals, and yeah, unfortunately, it is what it is.
Yeah, I think Goss today is a 1.
Yo. Okay. I didn't expect that. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's a 1 today.
Ricardo, le toma con left or con right usually. Left.
Right.
Le toma con right.
Yeah, this guy really needs to think. I really want to play for Sundowns. Do I want to play for this team? The margin of error, Sundowns, Homulimone, so small. It's so small. It's smaller than Flatia City property. It's so small.
Yeah, it's small. No, could he so? Ooh. I don't know. He defensively, he's making errors. Going forward, he's offering us nothing. So I'll take it to England. I wanna at least the Karagman number 29 Manchester United. Kipata going forward, but he's a good defender. Trent Alexander, not the best of defenders, but he going forward, he's a beast. So I know the fullback. These are chasing both ways.
And I got more he's always getting these niggling injuries. And another thing, okay, I hate judging players off the things you see on Instagram, but I wonder lifestyle. I don't know it, but I wonder. But it's tough not to sometimes wonder. Lifestyle out here, I get 100% shock. Yeah, little he shows you. I know you can't judge someone off of Instagram posts, but I've seen 2-3 people on Twitter lifestyle Kuliso. So he really needs to think hard if he wants to play Sundowns because look, like if you're not take Andile any day because Andile might I get to for him in a season like a Cape City or another fan when he's on his bike, like Andile wins you games. And ever since Kulis or feature. No, I didn't see anything from him today. I don't know where no one.
I don't know how I say it.
I saw nothing. But...
2, we move.
Yeah. Brian Onyango.
I thought the first game after who was the name against Swallows, isn't it?
Yeah, against Swallows.
It's about 2 months. 2 months, and yeah, I think no, actually more than that. Just over 2 months. His first start in that long.
Yeah, you will give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, I would give him the benefit of the doubt. We conceded 2 goals though. He was part of that defense, so 4.
Yeah. Ricardo Nascimento looked frustrated today, and you can't blame him much because there was no fluidity, and our spine was gay today. I don't want to lie. And I think Sundowns most of the time, even though we might not play the best of games, but because our spine is so strong, we find a way. And today, our spine was jointed, and it's like I half sympathize with him, but I also think Lena, like it's like I really didn't see much from him, even though he kind of looked like he wanted to get something going, but there was no one like collecting the ball effectively and consistently. And at least maybe this team just had our number. I don't know, but.
Nah, I refuse to believe that, boy. I think we just played poorly. But now I'm one person to recognize when the opposition were just better than us. But no way.
I think Nascimento 3.
Okay.
Aubrey. Disappointing.
But from Aubrey. Poor.
Disappointing.
Yeah. It's a very disappointing. One thing that frustrated me, Aubrey, is the set pieces. You know, the cross the high and the first man, first pole. That used to frustrate you so much. I think the corners of 4 where they were headed all away by Mutaimu first post, and I was like, Aubrey, just get it over the first man, like just get it over the first man. So yeah, I was disappointed by that. Also, as I mentioned earlier, got goal their second goal. I thought he should have stopped the cross. National Daman, like side to side. So I thought he should have stopped the cross. Yeah. Otherwise, defensively, apart from that moment, defensively he wasn't shaken much. But offensively, also like
didn't offer much.
Yeah, it didn't offer much.
You know how frustrating it is when you're playing, when we are having such a bad game, and the thing about Aubrey was sometimes he kind of looks a bit like lethargic, like he feels like he's a bit casual. Yeah, true.
Yeah, I agree. George.
Starting to wonder if about grandmother, man, like the injuries that
I think they're alright, grandma. Maybe they're cooking him, boy. Maybe some pay. Maybe
Papa, let's go up here and deal.
Yeah, but Andile's not 22.
Yeah, I hear you, but I don't know. I think having Malin Osenza Fanola when he got to Ajax last season, like that last stretch, Yo, I think they stretched him so
And
much.
I think he played all those games. He started all those games.
All of them. You know what? I think Mfanola must we must just win this season for Grant and prepare him for next season.
Yeah, but George Ponna, I think he was the better of all our three midfielders. I thought he tried to take play from deep, but because, as we called it at TTM, rigid three-man midfield. Nothing. I think the reason why we failed to be fluid and create chances, 68% possession, but about 2 chances, no big chances, was because of our midfield. Solely because of our midfield. And there's not anything, nothing was happening in that midfield. But I felt George tried to take from deep, and he played a couple of diagonal balls to especially to Obergantlela, and I think a one or first half, and Obergantlela, because today he was having such a horrible game, we didn't create anything from those. Yeah, George.
You can rate him.
I think George, it's a 4.
You know, today actually felt like no one was above a 3. Before it's out there.
Is it?
But I'll take it. No. I understand. Yeah. I'll take it. Was Klumpo horrible?
For now, I think, he looked very out of place, boy. I don't know. It's yes, he hasn't had minutes. He hasn't started in a long time. But but why is Klumpo? Why are they Tlatzayana? Mutu is 5 meters away and ball. No, just roll it to them, you know. And it took me back to our football against TTM. He went through on goal. I don't want the goalkeeper, and he wanted to kill the goalkeeper. I guess that's the nature. High. I don't know. I didn't like his performance at all. I even thought Motobi had a better game than him. I don't know.
It's funny because he's our highest rated player on SofaScore.
I saw that. I
think it's because we only had 3 shots on target and 2 where he is. And even when I told you before we started recording, 2 or 3 long balls he played in the second half, they really connected and they were half chances. If first touch is better and decision making is better, it's half a chance. And I think that's why SofaScore rated him higher. I
don't know.
I don't think it was a horrible performance, but I also feel it's a performance I don't want. And even I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna be a bit lenient to Trump because of what he's done. I know we are rating him based on today's game, but I also think sometimes if you start Trump in our strongest team, I wonder if he performs like that or he gives you a better performance. It's those things you always think about. On Tuesday, they kind of look good because he's playing with our strongest side, and today he's playing. The way the game I don't put it about. Remember when we lost to SuperSport 2-0 goal of that?
Yeah.
When we were playing the front three of Matambi, Meza, and I forgot who else.
I remember that game.
Yeah, I wish someone I got that thing in black and then erase it from my memory. So today's game, if you did those vibes, this is today's game actually went above the game at TTM goal of as the worst game of the season. And back to Klampo, I don't think it was horrible, but I it's not a performance I want to see. It wasn't good.
Also, like, he gave away so many balls. Like,
Yes, he did.
Like passing to the opposition.
Yeah, and I don't know if today's game Bila we needed 3 midfielders. I'm not sure, but like.
I think we're used to that shape. That's our shape now, and that's the shape we're gonna go for.
2 from.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't remember anything from Val. I don't want to lie to you.
But there's this through ball he played through to Obrega first half. Toto didn't believe Jorge Mutobin Vala did in that ball. I had to rewind. I don't know. Little are people because I'm no longer on Twitter now. So my son down so among scapegoat to catch the usual Thompo, Nascimento, Muriba, and Mval. Mvala, Mvala didn't play that horrible like he maybe I think people expect Andile Jali or Lewahamabu or Spelem Kulise in Mutobin Vala, and that's not who he is. I don't know. I thought it was an okay performance personally from Mutobin Vala, and I do like ratings for us. So I think I wanna give Mutobi a 4 as well. Boy, like that's horrible.
Maybe 3.5.
Okay, I'll agree, but for now, I think we're being harsh.
See, we're being harsh. We're being harsh. Like, that's the one person who gets the pass from me.
Yeah, not underwhelming.
Very underwhelming. But like, let's rate Villa first.
Yeah.
He literally did nothing today.
Yeah, absolutely nothing.
Like, if Villa didn't play today, there wouldn't been a difference. 1.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree. Let's move on. Are we rating Tapelo first or Peter first?
Tapelo first. Another underwhelming performance.
Tapelo, the thing about it is that I think also like Tapelo he tries too much. Like now more like he had a passive option. I think Mutonabu and I know Peter defender despite 2. That's that ball. That's that ball. Bole wasting Peter Achilles. I don't know. It was Tapelo underwhelming. I also like he was playing for the first time as like Kopili in like a very long time, like as part of like the front 3. So and the position Ella White Gabo Mambo, position Ella Gabo Tembazwan, Castin Serino, So like if you're not going to bring your A game, then like you won't affect the game as much as Sundowns supporters but writing like so far. So yeah, Tapelo Lena underwhelming. 3.
Sharp. I agree with that. 3 as well. Nothing. But I wonder, do you think the pairing midfield, because we play a midfield diamond and we play this Trakaratsepedi like in Shalulile and Gaston or Shalulile and Kemet. Do you think it was good to go with Tapelo? Because I know, or at least Tapelo has the pace. But there was no creativity.
Yes, there was, but I think they expected that from Villa.
Awa, Villa didn't know the ball.
Yeah, but boy, Bola is simply the best. Bola is more systemic. He
Yeah,
just had a performance, but Bola is more systemic, and he showed you that on the other day. He showed you.
like it's happy, like it good at the details.
Boy, but ke ball normally. Motho mo naka se tlole die ball. Nothing go he try about 10 and only then a pass shallow and he wouldn't make it in time or I shoot it. So Bola is also somebody.
But usually we play with 2 number 10s now, and it was just Villa, and
but we played with one number 10 before. For the long before Gaston Aboa, we were playing with 2 strikers and 1 number 10.
Yeah, but Kemet is as good as a number 10. Kemet is very creative, and Kemet is very, very creative, and he creates a lot. Kemet creates a lot of chances,
I guess. So what coaches should have maybe started Kapinga or Domingo in that position.
I don't believe in. I think maybe now I was brainwashed. Like Peter was at Sundowns for so long. He taught us too many things, and that thing, Yahoo, when a player comes back from an injury, like you have to it wasn't even just Coach Peter. Even Saki said it. Like sometimes you don't have to. You can't rush the player back into starting. Like maybe like 10 minutes. Or 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and then maybe we can go to 30 minutes or whatever. I think if Kabinga had played the first half, second half maybe he might not have come back because Goanatlang injuring, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he should have started. Maybe if they could have maybe they could have started Nkuma.
Oh well, yeah.
Nkuma, it's such a shame. Even Kumana when we were playing that system CBD, like he would have slotted in that position so well. And our change in model, like for that boy, Shem, like so because he has to compete with the number 10s.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've rated Shaluli Lakir.
Yeah. Kapinga, Nkuma, they give Mutuka at the same time.
Oh,
boy, is it me or Loftus was funny? I didn't like. I
thought it's funny that you only see that when you're losing. Like who winner? Like are we worried that day?
Hey man, it looked dodge. It's like nearly bumping. They got astrotefia or something.
We're on any rating for our substitutions?
Honestly, I don't.
And they played so long, Mara. I have nothing. Like now, to be honest with you, when we're trading like that and we're chasing a game, up until maybe we get a goal, I don't see anything. No, I mean, so hard. I don't see much. Like.
I have a thing to say about Lyle though, after he came in. After that, Salala delicious bowling and nobody got on the end of it. But Lyle is clear. Clear.
My only concern, the players who came in the second half was Mutuba didn't show enough hunger for my liking.
Gift man. I know I want to challenge Romeo for that for that starting lineup or that role Helen Kloka goal looking like I won't say that thing.
Yeah.
As I said, like he tried. The reason why Kibble Lakatawa pitches because I know the Kapinga is so good like in tight spaces and he tried like Bolone Mutave because got pitch all of that messy on. So I don't know. I think it would be unfair if we don't rate them, but it's also like I don't know. Like they didn't do enough. Like
there was nothing happened. Like nothing happened, boy. I don't want to lie to you.
I think let's say the Nkuma and
Lion.
I'll 33. And then give Mutupa and Maboe the 2.
Yeah. Oh wow, even my boy came on.
Yeah.
The coaches.
To be fair to them, I think Linda personally I would have made wholesome changes, but I wouldn't have started exactly that midfield. But I would have.
Yeah, then I wasn't really happy with that midfield.
To be fair to them, like we needed to make changes because then it would have meant in the space of I think 11 days, our players would have played 4 games. So 11 or 12 days because when do we play? Tuesday.
Yes.
So from Tuesday to Tuesday, that's 7 days. So in the space of from Tuesday to Tuesday, that's 7 days, and then Wednesday, Thursday, that's 9 days. In the space of 9 days.
Why would Tuesday to Tuesday?
No, I gotta give out Tuesday to Tuesday, that's 1 week, and then give out an extra 2 days.
Oh, okay.
To Thursday again. So we played Tuesday, Friday, Monday, and then Thursday. So our players are playing 4 games in 9 days. So I think changes needed to be made. Needed to play whoever played. I think we cannot blame the coach as much for that selection. I thought the only problem I had with them was for now. I think I would have brought in the 3 changes that they brought in. I think Nangelgit second half time. Also, I would have not half time. I would have not brought back Sampolo Villa. Yeah, for now I wouldn't have brought back Sampolo Villa. Maybe I would have brought in Lukulis, Sampolo Villa, Lukulis. They wouldn't have came back a second half. Yeah. But that's the only problem I had with them. But the changes needed to be made. Like a lot of changes needed to be made. Like it's a dead rubber. It's a dead rubber game. Yes, we lost our home record go high, but KF and our beaten run. But it was a dead rubber game. Like we needed to make the changes so that a game that matters, cheaper, in the quarterfinal and the Bank Cup, we have our players at least having a bit more energy. Dead rubber.
Yes. Now my thing about the coaches today is that we didn't have enough creativity. You know what I would have done? I would have played Villa as an 8 today. Also, just so I know who at least I have a bit of creativity. I know who I want their midfield to be super energetic, get stuck in, and Villa does not get stuck in like that. But like I think today's game actually didn't require us to be stubborn to force ourselves to play our normal game and to set up the way we usually set up. I think it needed flexibility today. We needed some creativity. Now we would have started Villa as an 8 and maybe maybe one creative player, Kopeli. Yes, maybe a promise there. Even if it's a Kapinga for 45 minutes. But I get why he was on the bench. Like it's a bit contradictory what I'm saying, but I think we need a bit more creativity. So I think maybe today's game it needed us to be maybe started the midfield 2 years from Paul George. Yeah. So based on that, I'm giving the coaches a 4.
It's in 5.
Okay, 5. I wanted to say 5, but like I'm not in the mood.
Yeah, I understand you. I understand you're frustrated, but not because like I think
because
I would have chosen probably 8 out of 11 of that starting lineup, and when things don't work out, when players don't pitch up for you, you cannot blame the coaches. I mean,
that's true. Yeah. But anyway, that's how it is. We do this again on Monday.
And don't forget to watch the Yellow Corner on Sunday.
Yeah. It's coming thick and fast. It's coming thick and fast.
Thank you for the support, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you very much. Sorry for the low energy.
Also, it's super late. Like, we're shooting this super late because no one had the energy to shoot this immediately after the game because nobody won for everyone. Yeah, it's past 12, so that's why the energy is low. But yeah, we'll see you guys again after the cheaper game. Hopefully, it's a much better performance, and in the league.
Yeah.
So, bye, guys.